Hey yo, what is going on? It's your boy X coming at y'all with a brand new video, and as you guys can see, we're here with another tier list, this one on the best point guards in the game. If you guys are excited, make sure you guys smash the like button down below, comment the favorite PG that you guys have used so far in the year. That can be just a standard, primary position PG, or just somebody that you can run at the PG, doesn't matter to me. Let me know who your favorite person running the PG is in 2K21. Also, subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 10K subscribers, and leave a like, all of that wonderful stuff. So, we're starting off, obviously, with the D tier, moving our way up. And I'll just show you guys the D tier, guys, right off the bat. We have Patrick Mills, and Trae Young. Now, with Trae Young and Patty Mills, these are two guys that obviously are really good at shooting and a little bit of playmaking, but they really don't provide anything else for you. And both of them are very undersized guards as well. On top of that, they just can't play any defense. So I don't really recommend a lot of you guys can use them or a lot of you guys to use them, just because there's so many other cards that can do the same thing, but significantly better, or just as good at shooting, and everything else is still pretty good. Robert Pack, for me, is just a straight up rim run guard. Again, there's so many other guys who can rim run just as well and actually have defense, because Robert Pack has a 78 perimeter with no clamps at all, and only has 2 shooting badges, hot start and hot zone hunter, 79 3-point shot, a terrible release. Yeah, do not use this Robert Pack. He's not the guy. Now, starting off with C tier, we do have a card that I constantly dog on, and that's Dave Bing. I absolutely hate this Dave Bing jump shot, and every single time I go against him, whether it be in triple threat online or anything like that, I will leave this Dave Bing wide open, even though he has an 85 shot 3, because I still have yet to have somebody consistently green with his set shot 4 jump shot. It is just not one that I like. I think it's probably one of the worst jump shots that we have in the game right now, and even with flexible release, you can't save it. This Dave Bing, yeah, no thanks. Even with added clamps and all that sort of stuff, I still do not think he's that great of a card. Really no reason around it, in my opinion. Next up, Diamond Tony Parker. Now, Tony Parker is one of those guys who has, obviously he has the Tony Parker release, and it's one of those ones that's super quick and super nice. And if this Tony Parker had clamps, I would easily move him up into the B or A tier. But being, again, 6'2" at the PG with no defense, it's just tough. Tough. And he has no dunking ability, which at this point is something that most PGs have, so it's just can't really do it. Now, again, if he had clamps, I'd move him up, because he has Hall of Fame quick first step and Celebrity Finisher, 2 of the best badges in the game. But I really just can't do it with this Tony Parker. I wish we could, because his release is butter, but other than that, no thank you. Next up is Ruby Terry Rozier, a card that we got Halloween rewards in a limited, actually a pretty decent card, if I'm being honest. But again, 6'1", no defense, has actually a dunking ability and a shooting, but really lacks the shooting badges. So I'm also not the biggest fan of the jump shot on Terry Rozier. I don't know what it is. I loved it on Luis Scola, but on Terry Rozier, it just felt a little slow. Overall, not a bad card, but again, just not one that you really want running your offense, if I'm being honest. Next up is Rod Strickland, a card that you get for winning, I think it's 5 unlimited games. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's 5 unlimited games. And 6'3" with a 6'6" wingspan, low-key solid. But again, we're facing that he can't dunk, he's missing clamps, and we have 1 shooting badge, Silver Hot Zone Hunter. You can badge up a little bit with catch and shoot, corner, and Deadeye, which is cool, but yeah, I really don't see too much reason for it. This Rod Strickland is definitely cool with the Kyrie Irving base, which is a money base, but he's really just kind of a finisher and playmaker. So really not too much point. Next up is Ruby Stephen Curry. Same story as Patty Mills and Trae Young. Now Curry, just like Trae Young, has the silver range extender. But the thing about Curry is this Ruby Curry has obviously the Curry slide, and there's no way around that cheesy move. If you know how to dribble with Curry and you're a budget player, I think you can get away with him having some bad defense by having 4 other really good defenders on the court. And this Ruby Curry can still be great, but I couldn't put him above C tier because obviously his defense, it's just it's not great. It's not great, if I'm being honest. So I had to leave him out. And then last but not least, we have Michael Ray Richardson, who's actually the opposite of all of the cards I've really showed so far. And that's Michael Ray Richardson is usually one of my favorite cards, to kind of have in the game just because he is an insane defender. But that's kind of all that this Michael Ray Richardson gives you is really good defense, which is great. And if you need that, you want somebody who's just going to play make a little bit for you, have really solid defense, and then can finish a bit in the paint, then Michael Ray Richardson is a great budget guy for you. But if you like to cheese up with your guards and you really want your PG to get a bunch of buckets, Michael Ray Richardson is not your guy. That's why I had him at C tier. Offensively, he's limited like a Dennis Rodman, but defensively, he's a god. Absolute god. Love him. Now, starting off with the B tier, we have a little bit of a mix of players. First off is Damian Lillard. If you guys haven't checked out the gameplay that we did with Damian Lillard, you can check that one out, or anybody else's that did them. This Damian Lillard is an absolute demon on offense. One of the best offensive cards I've used in the entire game because Lillard has a beautiful behind the back. I think it's Pro 5, something along those lines. Beautiful behind the back. His jump shot is absolutely money. Great green window. Really easy to time, but again, huge negative on defense. But the reason Lillard is above guys here is because Lillard provides you way more on offense. You can shoot from deep as well as being able to dunk, play make really well, just really lacking on the defensive end. Next up, we have Chris Paul, who I'm still standing firm as the best, cheap budget, PG, just because Chris Paul is, maybe 4 or 5 KMZ. He might be cheaper by now, but he can literally do everything that you would need as a card. He has gold quick first step, he has solid shooting badges like Hot 100, silver catch and shoot, he has silver flexible release, and he has silver clamps as well as good finishing badges. The only thing he can't do is dunk. Great playmaking, great shot 3, amazing jump shot with an awesome green window, great speed, pretty solid on-ball steal tendency, even 90. The other things are a little bit lacking, and some okay dribbling moves as well. Pro 2 behind the back, which is solid. Overall, I really like this Chris Paul, and again, for anybody that is hyper budget, like you really don't have a lot of MT and you need some really good cheap rubies, Chris Paul is your guy, I promise. Next up, we have Diamond Russell Westbrook, a card that surprised me with how well I was able to play with him despite his lack of shooting. Westbrook, 6'3", 6'7" wingspan. I mean, you kind of know what Westbrook gives you. Silver quick first step and just kind of the barrel down to the paint ability, which is great. Has bronze clamps, which makes him not a complete negative on defense, which is solid. And actually has bronze range extender, which can be upgraded, which is interesting. But the 96 speed and everything, great defense, and just the ability to barrel down to the paint whenever the hell you want and dunk over everybody. I mean, it's beautiful. And he has the Pro 6 behind the back, which is just beautiful. Same one as a Klay Thompson, if you guys have used that, or Reggie Guerin. It's great. It's money. Super quick, super nice. Love it. And it helps this Westbrook quite a bit. But you do have to recognize that you can't shoot that great. So watch out for that. And same thing goes for this Ricky Rubio. This Ricky Rubio is another one of those budget guys that you're going to pick up because he can hold his own on defense, silver clamps, which is beautiful, which can be upgraded. Has gold quick first step as well. Some decent finishing badges, which you definitely can upgrade to get it up there. Or you can upgrade his shooting, which is an 80 shot 3, decent release, but terrible badges. So it's kind of just like a tit for tat. Do you want a really good finishing Ricky Rubio, a really good shooting Ricky Rubio, or just leave him as is? Good defensive PG with some nice playmaking. He kind of just is that PG that I feel like you can just throw in there, run your offense, and just do everything really well. Again, like a Michael Ray Richardson, one of those guys that you want to throw into the game because you're using your other guys as your main scorers, not your PG. And I think he fits that role very, very well, unlike a Westbrook where you kind of want to score most of your buckets with him. Next up, we do have Oscar Robertson, who is fitting into the same kind of area, for me at least, as a Damian Lillard, where he's really, really good offensively and playmaking, all of that wonderful stuff. But defensively, definitely lacks a little bit. Now, I love this Oscar Robertson because his jump shot is the same one as Eric Gordon, which is so beautifully money. It is amazing. Also has Hall of Fame floor general, which I love. Gold quick first step, everything nice. Now, as soon as we get an Oscar Robertson card that has any sort of defense, like a really juiced up Oscar Robertson card like we always get, he's going to be one of the best PGs in the game, and that is no question. Big O is a demon on offense. Great dribbling animations, just really cheesy with the Curry slide. He just needs that defense to really be top tier, and as soon as he gets it, he low-key might jump into S. Next up, Diamond Magic Johnson, who is an amazing PG, but again, they hurt this Magic by not giving him any sort of clamps, which I'm really not mad about, to be honest, because it's kind of kept the short PG meta alive, which I really, really like. I've had a lot of fun not going against a Magic Johnson with clamps absolutely destroying me, because it's made the game a little bit more versatile. I feel like a lot of people running smaller guards, and it's been really, really fun. So, like, a John Stockton is still one of the best PGs in the game, which is amazing. Love it. Now, offensively, he's still great. We have some really solid finishing badges. Sadly, okay dunking stats, but he still dunks a good bit. The cheesy post hook, solid speed, solid defensive stats for the interior, which is pretty solid, as well as good rebounding. And it's not to say you can't play good defense with Magic. It's just a lot of your good defense is going to come in the paint, chase down blocks, things like that, instead of just locking him up on the perimeter and not letting them into the paint. So there's that. Next up, we have Diamond Jerry West, a guy who's just slowly falling down the tier list just because Jerry was one of the first cards that we got in the game. So he's not exactly, I guess, top tier anymore, just because of the time that he came out into the game. 6'2" is great. 6'9" wingspan, again, is great. 4 Hall of Fame badges is solid. He has gold clamps, which is great. Gold quick first step, again, great. A really nice jump shot, which is nice and quick. Solid defense, solid speed, solid shooting, solid everything. He's just, the ability to not dunk. I guess 4 Hall of Fame badges is a little bit low for some of the cards that we're getting nowadays, especially, with that Zion Williamson that we got, which is just dirty. Jerry West is great. He's just kind of slowly falling down the list. And last but not least in B tier, we have Pink Diamond, Gilbert Arenas. Now, Gilbert Arenas is one of those guys that, has everything going right for him except for his jump shot animation. Now, if you can get used to the jump shot, Gilbert is a demon. But if you can't, it's tough, which is why I threw him into B tier. Now, if you can get that jump shot down and you upgrade his clamps up to gold, I think you can definitely put this Arenas up into A tier. He's dirty, he's amazing, but jump shot 11 is a jump shot that they hit so hard to really make it terrible, really, that it's hard to warrant putting this Gilbert Arenas any higher. Hopefully, jump shot 11 gets a change, or they switch Gilbert to something else, because if they don't, he's going to be mid tier basically the entire year. Starting off in the A tier, we have the Diamond Derrick Fisher, who's just one of those guys blessed with the jump shot 40 base, which is just one of the easiest ones to time in the game. I don't know what it is. It's just beautiful. Derrick Fisher comes with silver range extender, which is nice. We have some nice playmaking badges as well. Silver quick first step, gold clamps, which is nice. Okay finishing stats, just not the badges right now to back it up. And just, again, I love a PG that can shoot really well, can play solid defense, can play make, and still, if you want to, can get some nice finishing badges, as well as having the Curry slide. Basically, all of his dribbling moves, besides his size up, are Pro 2, which beautiful animations on this Derrick Fisher. Not worth the lock-in by any means, but still is a very, very, very solid PG. Coming at the A tier, maybe a little bit controversial pick. Some people might want him into B, but I've used this Steve Francis, and oh my lord, was he a demon. This Steve Francis just has everything you want. And again, he's a budget PG, but getting him up to this A tier ranking is not a very budget thing to do, because he has bronze range. We got to make that at least gold. Has silver quick first step, just give it one more. Now he's got gold. And clamps has a bronze, got to make that gold. And then once you do, Lord, is this Steve Francis nice. Has a 95 driving dunk, which is amazing. 89 ball handle, really great. Awesome speed, awesome defensive stats. And it's an 80 shot 3. Now, to really get the most out of him, you're going to want at least like a Ruby coach boost that boosts up that 3 to an 83. And then just some sort of, shoe like an Adidas Superstar or something to get him up to an 86.3. And then he's got a pretty decent green window, and he's really going to start killing it for you. I love his jump shot. I love his animations. I love the Curry slide on him. He's just a great overall card that not too many people have used right now, but as a budget guy, Lord is he nice. Next up, we have Sleepy Floyd, again, who is one of those guys who's a great budget PG, but to really get him to his top tier state, it's not exactly budget. You're going to have to add, a flexible release and a range extender on to Sleepy Floyd, and then you're going to have to boost his clamps from bronze up to gold. And then quick first step is already gold for you, so it's nice. Sleepy Floyd has, a nice shot, really good speed, really good defense, a 70 driving dunk, which is, solid, and jump shot 22. That beautiful jump shot that I feel like everybody loves just because it's so simple, easy, clean to do. Definitely nice. Check out Sleepy Floyd. There definitely are some, more recent options that you could get for around the same price like Steve Francis, but Sleepy, still a great option that I know a lot of people are still having a lot of fun with. Next up, Diamond Kyrie Irving, another card that, again, you gotta put a little juice into him to really make him all that. Kyrie has a great jump shot, really easy to time this year. It's not as slow and load up as it was last year. He has Hall of Fame quick first step and ankle breaker, which is cheesy as hell. A lot of snatchbacks, and you can really get some ankles with that. Comes with gold range, and has the ability to upgrade every single defensive badge if you wanted to. And because he really has everything else kind of already given to him that I feel like you really need, the only logical thing is to just throw all your defensive badges onto Kyrie Irving with any sort of coach boost to give him a 1 3-point rating boost. He has a 90 and has the big green window boost. Again, has solid dribbling animations, solid Kyrie Irving jump shot, just a great card, especially when you add that clamps. It can just really do everything. Next up, we have Pink Diamond John Wall, a card that not so many people are a fan of, but if I'm being honest, I've had this John Wall kill me more than once just with how overpowered it is once this John Wall gets even relatively close to the basket. 6'4", the 6'9" wingspan is great. 6 Hall of Fame badges, including Hall of Fame quick first step, and has silver clamps. Now, he does have a 79 3-point shot, which isn't too bad, and you can add things like Green Machine, Hot Zone Hunter, and Volume Shooter, upgraded. He already has them in silver and bronze, but you can boost them up. And also, really solid John Wall jump shot. It's just really easy to time, really nice. But what you're doing with this John Wall is just using him like a Westbrook. You have a 96 speed, you have gold or Hall of Fame quick first step, and a 95 dropping dunk. You're getting to the paint in a 5-out, blowing by, and getting dunked. And if not, you're going to kick out to a 3 every single time. It's one of the most overpowered things and very rage-inducing if you're going against it. But that's why this John Wall is up here. If used correctly, this John Wall can be one of the most annoying PGs to go against. And then last but not least in the A tier, we do have Pink Diamond JoJo White. JoJo White, a card that I've kind of had up high into the A tier most of the year because 6'3", Paul George base, gold range, gold quick first step off rip. You add clamps to him, you're good. The only thing that holds JoJo White, in my opinion, from being S tier is, aside from the gold shooting badges that he does have, he's missing some big ones like Flexible Release, Deadeye, Green Machine, and Hot Zone Hunter. He has some amazing ones, but it's obviously missing some big ones there. He only has a 60 driving dunk, which means he's going to dunk, but just not as much as you would want him to. Great animations, love him. Just a few key things that are missing to really make him top tier. But overall, JoJo White, absolute demon. And for anybody that's on the Pink Diamond tier, he's probably one of the only ones that I would say you could pick up and not regret your decision immediately. And last but not least, we have the S tier. Starting off, Chauncey Billups. One of those guys that I really never see anybody run, but Chauncey Billups, 6'3", which is solid, has bronze range, which you can upgrade to gold, which is amazing. Hall of Fame floor general, gold quick first step, Hall of Fame defensive leader, gold clamps, gold intimidator, really solid finishing badges, a 50 driving dunk, which is definitely low, but literally aside from rebounding, post, and dunking, he has an 85 plus in everything else, including a 93-3, a 94 perimeter defense, and 93s in his speed. Insane card. Chauncey Billups jump shot is money, only card to have it. Profo behind the back isn't too bad, but not great. But Chauncey Billups just comes with literally everything that you need. You don't even need to add any sort of range extender to him because I think bronze is good enough. But if you're locking in this Chauncey Billups, you got the MT, give him the gold range, and he is an absolute demon. Next up, we have Pink Diamond Steph Curry, who everybody knows why he's amazing. The Hall of Fame range center is just beautiful. The Curry slide is great. His animations are wonderful, and there's really no reason to hate him. Plus, when he goes up to next gen, he gains Hall of Fame badges, which one of them I think is ankle braces, which is beautiful, which is nice. And his jump shot, I've heard, has gotten even better. We'll check that out later tonight, but absolutely insane. Love this Steph Curry. Anybody that's picked him up knows that he's still a top PG, and in my opinion, he's still easily the best PG in the game, and he's the one I'm throwing all of my Hall of Fame badges to because he's just godlike. Next up, we have Diamond John Stockton, still up there with just one of my favorite PGs. You have a guy with 90 in his driving dunk, as well as 85 in his standing dunk as PG. Comes with gold clamps, has bronze range center, which you can upgrade up to gold if you wanted to. A super quick, super money jump shot that is so easy to get down. So not only can we kill it inside, we can shoot the 3-ball really well, play defense, and just do everything well. Love this John Stockton, absolutely amazing. Still one of the best PGs, and I think he's actually gone to a buyout somewhere around like 85K, which is not a bad price for that John Stockton by any means. And last but not least, in the AS tier, we have Diamond Deron Williams. Same thing as kind of like a Curry. Deron Williams is just a slight step below. 6'3" with a 6'10" wingspan, mind you. Jump shot 22. We got Hall of Fame floor general. We have silver clamps, which is great. It can be upgraded up to gold. Gold quick first step already. And to really get the most out of your Deron Williams, add Deadeye, add flexible release, add range extender, and then it's over. Already has a 70 driving dunk, already has 90 in his speeds, already has a 91 shot 3, has a 90 on-ball steal tendency, has jump shot 22, has Pro 2 or the Curry slide in his basic and normal size ups, and has the Pro 5 moving behind the back. Deron Williams, absolute demon, and going tit for tat, sometimes you could say, you know, Stockton is better than Deron and vice versa because they're just insane. So this is what we got for our final PGs tier list. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comment section below. I know I made a few hot takes, so maybe like Steve Francis, things like that. But overall, I think we're really solid. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys like the video, guys did enjoy, and subscribe if you guys are new. We are on that road to 10K subscribers. And hope you guys have a great day. I'll see y'all in the next video.